While this might be blatantly obvious for some people, for a lot of people on TikTok, especially younger people, it's a bit of a mystery. I don't follow many people on TikTok or generally spend much time scrolling through the feed, so the algorithm suggests what most people are liking, and it feels like 60% of the videos that come up are very young women showing off their bodies, usually their breasts and their butts, and a quick check of the comments is mostly men writing suggestive comments, essentially objectifying them for their sex appeal. And these men are likely not ideal romantic partners because they're objectifying young women, which is something people don't feel the need to do if they're in a healthy emotional state, because they understand how this negatively affects women. Imagine if you were at the beach and all these strange, creepy older men started saying things about your body and what they wanted to do to you. You might feel a little bit flattered, but mostly very uncomfortable and maybe unsafe. The reason women post revealing videos of themselves is because they are seeking external validation, and they're getting it in the form of millions of likes and comments. All the while, these women are reaffirming in their brains that they are being validated because they were gifted a beautiful, desirable body, which is very unhealthy for our growing brains. The biggest issue I have with this is the message that it sends to younger girls. When a 12-year-old gets her first phone and downloads TikTok, she sees all of these beautiful women showing off their bodies and getting attention. Especially as adolescents, we desire this attention. We desire to be desired. But without great parenting and awareness, it's natural for them to be drawn into this environment of unhealthy attention-seeking. This creates a whole culture of self-shaming in the less attractive girls, which is an even more dangerous form of low self-worth. Hating your own body because you're not beautiful enough. So many self-harming, depressive, self-destructive, and suicidal behaviors are rooted in not understanding that we're worthy of love regardless of how we look and put ourselves out into the world. The women who understand this are much more likely to find themselves in stable and healthy emotional relationships. Attention-seeking is a drug. Exactly the same way as doing actual drugs, our brain is flooded with dopamine when we get this attention. It's harmful because this attention will not last forever. Your good looks may last into your 30s, until over time, less people are attracted to your aging physical body, but your brain is still conditioned to believe that the only way that you will feel loved is by attention-seeking behaviors. And when they no longer work, you'll find yourself depressed, lost, and seeking relationships with anyone who will shower you with attention. And from my observations, if you're 35, the people who will respond to this behavior, the attention-seeking behavior, are people who still haven't figured out how to have a successful relationship themselves. Likely they've been in a series of failed relationships and are going to be bad partners for you too. Healthy people will see your attention-seeking behaviors as a massive turn-off. So, like I said in a previous video, you can only attract people who are at the same emotional skill level as you. Even if you're drawn to bad boys or young supermodels, emotional skills are the most valuable traits to have in our partners. These women aren't to blame, they're just getting their needs met. The need to be validated and to feel loved, which they deserve to have. However, as they attempt to find healthy emotional relationships later, it will be based on the foundation that their beauty is what makes them worthy of love. Eventually, when they hit their 30s and they watch their wrinkles and blemishes appear, they will either learn to accept them or smother them with makeup and try to look young, use phone filters, and adopt different validation-seeking behaviors. I'm telling you this because the sooner you understand this, the less unhealthy behaviors you have to unwrite later in life. Unwriting our brains is a process we do as we mature, but it's really hard work, especially because we get set in our ways as time passes. If you don't understand why your behavior is harmful to yourself, you will find yourself in a series of failed relationships with emotionally immature and potentially abusive partners, and you definitely don't want that.